Right, it says I'm live. Let's have a look and see if whether um it's all blooming all gone and sunken. It's a bit all. Let's just see if oh, it's now right. Is that the new one now? Am I working? Is this now going right, or is the sound gone on this? Because if you're here, Jane, can you hear me? Because it should be working correctly now. Can you hear me? That's still, no, that's 14 minutes ago. That's the one that should be, oh, ah, that's it. My voice is there. Right, so that's the one that's now working. Right, I know what it was. It's a moment from me. I had my Divoom audio, my speaker on, so that speaker was working and not my not my the webcam was working, but not the microphone, because it's on that. Right, so hopefully all okay now, I'm hoping. I was picking it up there all right. I just want to double check and make sure that it is working okay. If you are there, Jane, do let me know if you can hear me all right. Yeah, I can hear my voice on this. Hopefully it's all okay. So let me go back to the beginning. I did about 15 minutes waffling and no sound, but I've deleted that now, and hopefully this will come through okay. So what I'm talking about is what to do when your business is quiet. It might be, we've got August coming up, so it might be your own options. It might be your option to be quiet because you're just taking some time out through the summer. It might be because you've got children at home and you want to spend time with them. It might be because you're looking after your grandchildren while your family are working. Again, it might just be that you want to take the time out. It might be that your clients are all gone off on holiday or busy doing their own things with their own family, so your business goes quiet through August, because that's what we've got now for the next 6 weeks. I know some schools broke up 2 weeks ago and some schools only broke up last week. So we've got now in the next 5-6 weeks that children are off from school. So this could affect your business. In some businesses it won't affect it at all. You will just be busy doing whatever as you normally do. It'll just be like any other normal month. But I often get therapists coming up to me to say, you know, what can they do to get, you know, while they're quiet through August. So you've got some options here that if you find you are quiet, and this is down to you, this is your choice, and I do want to reiterate, it's your choice now, whether it goes quiet, whether you want to stay quiet. And if you decide that all my clients have gone, they're off doing their own thing over the next 6 weeks, I'm going to chill out as well, don't blame you, go for it, do that, and totally understandable. But if you're sitting there and going, my diary's rather empty and I need to fill it, then again, it's your choice, it's your option. You either put the work in and step up and do some extra marketing, or you don't. As I said, again, it's your choice. So if you are looking at it that it is the school holidays are affecting you, it's the family holidays affecting you, and you need to step up on your marketing, then what you need to do is to look at either contact old clients and see whether they need any treatments over the next 6 weeks or require any treatments over the next 6 weeks, while that's going up. Or, as I said, so step up a bit on your marketing, look at your Google My Business, look at your website, look at your social media, maybe even doing some leaflet drops over the next 6 weeks. So not just one leaflet drop, you do a couple of leaflet drops over the next 6 weeks. You may be talking about school holidays, you may be talking about parent stress, parents' anxiety, things like that, if you know that that's what you're looking for. But also, it may be an opportunity now to look at what you're offering over the next 6 weeks. So you might want to look at the Olympics and looking at either people that are not interested in the Olympics. So you might want to talk about that. My timeline looks like people are interested and follow it, even sports that they don't normally follow. So there is that, but you know your clients best, and you may have clients that are not interested in it at all. So you can talk about that, and if you want to get away from it, you can, they can come to your therapy room where it's non-Olympic area. But you might also want to have some fun and name a couple of your treatment packages some Olympic name if you want. You've got to be careful because of copyright and of branding, but need to have a look at more of that, of the ASA and the CAP code. But the Olympics, you can't use the Olympic rings, things like that. You do have to be very careful, but you can have a bit tongue-in-cheek, the way you work at it. But you might just want to have a look at creating some packages. So it might be especially more of the beauty side. You might want to look at manicures, pedicures, waxing for prepping for holiday. um, it might be, again, spray tanning, whatever, if you do all of that. But it might also be a case of getting the skin ready for holiday. There might be wanting to think of doing facials for doing that. Hand massage, hand exfoliant and hand massage. Same with the feet. You might want to bring them in. It might want to be that how people manage over the next 6 weeks. So relaxation, sleep. Thank you, Jane. It might be relaxation. It might be sleep. So you might want to talk about the appointments, the treatments for that, for helping for that over the next 6 weeks. Not only parents, but the grandparents. You might want to consider that as well. It might be that you might know that your clients will say, oh, well, I haven't got time for that. Nah. So again, thinking about it, that you might want to sort of change your time options, that you only go in the evening when their children are in bed. But you might also want to think of maybe creating a kind of mums get together during the day where the children can get together and all play in somebody's garden, whether they've got a paddling pool or whether it's PlayStation or whatever, and the mums get together and they have 20 minutes of treatment, say, of 10 quid. So a bit like a mums club. We have a coffee morning, maybe they have a coffee morning with a bit of a session, maybe you teaching them how to do a facial that they can do themselves, something like that. You can make it a bit of a fun activity so the kids can get together and the mums can get together and have some time out as well. But also look at the times that you're offering the treatments over the next 6 weeks, and maybe it's something that you might want to consider offering treatments in the evening when the kids are in bed. Putting the packages together as well, letting them think about that. It may be that you want to think about creating blogs or a helpful document, a helpful PDF, activities that you can do in the summer, self-care that you can do over the next 6 weeks, free self-care that you can do at home, things like that. You might want to create a blog or a PDF that you can create using Canva or whatever, that you can do for a sign up, for a freebie sign up, or you can just send out to your mailing list. Again, it just helps. If you're into making your own products and stuff, you can probably run something that can just help people, especially if you're into your herbal, or you've had training on making your own products, that they make their own face mask, or how to make their own hand cream or hand care, something like that, just so that they can do for themselves at home, and it shows that you're helping to look after them over the next 6 weeks. So there's things like that that you can do for your business while it's quiet, if you want to get more bookings through the door or to help your clients or followers for the next 6 weeks. If you're happy to go with the flow and you're not worrying about filling your diary, then use this time productively. Can't even say it right now. So how's the images that you're using on social media and your website? Are they up to date, or are they old photos of you and you've now aged 5 or 10 years? I know quite a few occasions when I have been booked up by a therapist to have a one-to-one or a chat, either Zoom or face-to-face. I check them out on their website, or their social media first, and then when I actually see them, they're very different to the images that I've seen on their website or on their social media. So maybe now's the time to get your photos done up to date and your images up to date on your website or on your social media. Check your website out. Are the links still working? Is everything still working on there? Okay. Is everything up to date? I know with mine, some things are now out of date, but the information is still useful because you could still take it and tweak it and work with it. But if I had, say, a training on there on how to set up your Facebook page from 5 years ago, that will be totally out of date now, because it will be a very different look Facebook then to what it is now. So those things, obviously it's different when we train on that. But is any of your programs, any of your therapies now, have you learned any new skills in the last 5 years that you may not have mentioned in a blog, or you may not have mentioned in a video, or you may not have shown the new treatment? What advances, what skills have you learned? Have you learned over the last couple of years that's not been mentioned that you can update people with? So have a look through all of that on your website, because it might just need a refresh. It might now be looking a bit dated. Same with your Google My Business listing, same with your social media. Maybe check out your images, maybe they now need an update, might need a refresh, might need a look. So looking at social media strategy, you've got 5 months left now for the rest of this year. You might want to take that time to have a look at what awareness dates are available for each month. So it might be that you can create a bit of a social media content strategy on for each month, that you can already set up and create some social media, not scheduling them because obviously that's too far in front, but you can create or brainstorm, write out some ideas that you can do each month. Same with the blog. You might actually want to write out next 5 blogs that you've got a blog per month for the rest of the year. You might be wanting to do that. You might want to brainstorm some ideas. You might just want to use the time to create one blog, but that gets you going then for creating more. It might be a case now of looking at what courses have you bought, or what training or what freebies have you signed up for and haven't looked at yet. Maybe now over the next 6 weeks, that's the time to have a look through those, just to up level your skills, just to update you a bit. It might be you've downloaded some recordings of mine and you haven't watched yet. It might be Tune In Tuesdays that you haven't caught up with yet. Now would be the opportunity to watch through those. I have got a webinar coming up on Wednesday about Build and Thrive your therapy business. So it might be a case of taking that opportunity of signing up for that and being able to watch it either live or to watch the recording on it. I know on my Trello, on my training boards on my Trello, there's quite a few courses that I've got on there that I've paid for or I've signed up for free that I haven't done yet. So if you're in the same boat, use that opportunity to have a look through all of that. And also your database. Have a check through your database. Does it need updating? Does it need cleaning? Does it need going through to see what people are reading your newsletters and who aren't? Because through MailChimp and MailerLite, that really gives you a sort of a good idea of what's happening. It may be a case of contacting these people and saying, I noticed you're not reading my newsletters. Do you want to stay on my database? Do you still want to receive the information? Maybe they're either not getting it because it's going through in spam. They might not realise. It may be that they're just not clicking open to read it because they haven't got time, or it might be that reminder that they need of, yeah, let's just clear it off. And ask them just to let you know, do you want to stay on there, or shall I remove you from the list? And it's as simple as that. And if they don't respond, then remove them. Simple as that. Just clear it out and remove them from your list. And as I said earlier, if it's clients that you haven't heard from for a while, maybe now is the opportunity and is the time to get in touch with them, just to check in with them and see how they are. Not necessarily booking a date, but just see how they're getting on, that you're just checking in with them, um, and making a note. You're just catching up with them. And that's it really. That's enough for you to be getting on with over the next 6 weeks. There's plenty there for you to have a look. Maybe you've got something there on your list, on your to-do list, that it's doing creating videos and you haven't done it yet. Do it now. If you've got the time, I know as I said, if you've got children around, it's not so easy. But look at what days you've got. Maybe your children or child will be going off on a play date at some point. Using that play date then to record some videos, or doing some podcasts. Maybe you might want to put it out there on social media, that you're looking to do some podcasts, or you're looking for things to do that you can work at and promote your business. So there's always plenty of options there that you can be getting on with over the next 6 weeks. But do let me know. Let me know what you're up to. Let me know what you're planning to do over the next 6 weeks. Let me know what you're wanting to do over the summer holidays. Whether you're going to go down the beach, whether you're going to go and do some wild swimming. I had 2 weeks I was home last week, weeks before, where I climbed Penny Fan, in Brecon, and that was obviously in the Brecon Beacons in mid Wales. I've also in North Wales, we went to Aber Falls. We walked to that and had a look at Aber Falls. There was the 4 waterfalls we did in Brecon near Talybont, and I can't even pronounce what the 4 waterfalls were, but one of them is now my main image because you could stand behind the waterfall. So lots of different things that I was working on and that I was doing within my time. So plenty of walking, plenty of sightseeing. And yes, when it was raining and I was sat in the tent, I had created a folder on my OneDrive that I could access offline. So I did do a bit of work while I was sat there in my thick dry coat, keeping warm. And I sat there and I done a bit of work. Not too much, but I did a bit. So I managed to get some stuff done in my 2 weeks that I was away, but still took plenty of time out and enjoyed my 2 weeks of my holiday. So do let me know what you're getting up to. As I said, if you're wild swimming, or if you're down the beach, or if you're off on holiday, let me know. Not necessarily when, but where you're off to. If you're going to be working on your business, what you're going to be working on, set yourself some accountability. Because I'd love to hear how you're getting on. But that's me for last week. This was last week's post that I wanted to do. The Tune In Tuesday, so it's only a week late. But yeah, let me know, catch up with me, and I'd love to find out what you're going to be doing through August. And I will catch up with you soon. Thanks ever so much. Bye for now.